You know, in all my life of watching anime, I've always noticed a cycle in the main characters. It's either they have a strong sense of achieving a certain goal, are so timid that they always get belittled by some character in the show, or are so enraged by the events happening in their world that they'll do anything to change it. But in this case, we have someone that isn't any of those. He himself has faced many difficulties in his long century of living, but looking at him now, you wouldn't even think that. Let's be honest, who doesn't love Yato? The guy's literally the one friend that everyone needs to eliminate the awkwardness. Even though the other gods treat him like a joke, and some even hating him, he doesn't hold any grudges towards any of them. Bishamon has been chasing after him for decades, but even then, he only fought in self-defense and never really hated her, just trying to avoid her at any cost cause she be acting like a crazy ex-girlfriend that won't move on, doing good deeds for people for only 5 yen to make his own shrine, while some gods don't even have to do anything cause people already believe in them, while he on the other hand only has Yuki and Hiyori. I hoped you would at least make something great from all the money he had gotten from doing requests, but the guy literally wastes money like nobody's business. Even Yuki and Hiyori were surprised at how easily influenced he is into buying fake shit that they instantly WWE'd that shit with no remorse. But in any case, Yato really does care for those that even loathe him. Bishamon's former monk clan were all literally cursed and killing her in the process, but Yato saved her by slaughtering all of them as a request from your boy Kazuma. Even though Kazuma's technically the reason for the death of the monk clan, Yato got chased down by a bounty hunter for decades. Even though he knew he had saved her life, he saved Yukine from being a wandering spirit by turning him into a Shinki and essentially giving him a new life, but in return got the cold shoulder. Yato really saw himself and Yukine having a father-son relationship and often bragged his accomplishments to other gods, but Yukine didn't feel the same. In fact, he felt the opposite. He continued to do bad deeds behind his back and never admitted what he did to Yato. By doing all of this, he would sting Yato to the point of him almost dying. He refused to get rid of Yukine and put up with the pain until big boy Daikaku stepped in to punish Yukine. Just goes to show what lengths he would go for other people even though they treat him like shit and chase him down. He always puts his life on the line for them, yet he will always be known as Yato, the god of calamity to other gods. To be honest, he does have a rough past of being used and abused by his father and gets manipulated each time he talks to everyone's favorite Shinki Nora. Too soon, his father turned him into a literal killing machine, killing several humans and bringing back their ears. Yep, the dad had a weird ear fetish thing going on, but he only viewed Yato as a tool and doesn't give two shits about his feelings. It was only a matter of time for Yato to realize no one around him actually cared for him and find his own happiness. Luckily for him, a human risked her life to save him. Even though he's a god and can actually be killed by things like getting ran over, Hiyori was the only human that actually cared for Yato. And let's be honest, we all shipped these two from the beginning. We all would have gotten to see these two become something if it wasn't for studio bones and their love for money. Hiyori was actually what Yato needed all this time. After decades of getting nothing but hate, being used and abused, getting manipulated while being chased down like prey, things really started looking bright for Yato after Hiyori came into the picture. She became the light in his dark life, even making him his very own shrine, and he understandably took a liking to her. Even though they are completely different beings, with one being a god and the other being a human, I can confidently say I ship these two. They may have different lifespans and one of them may be older than the other's grandparents, but as long as the feelings are mutual, I'm all aboard. If you enjoyed watching the video, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and peace.